Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and we're going to be doing another budget deck, this time with Orzhov Lifegain. So I got a great suggestion from a viewer who posted in the comments of my previous video for a budget deck and suggested that while Black Lifegain was good, Orzhov Lifegain was better. And I do happen to agree with that statement. So I think this is a fantastic budget deck for those new to the game of Magic the Gathering Arena, who don't have a ton of wild cards to throw around and really only have a bunch of common and wild cards, or common and uncommon wild cards to really build decks off of. This is a good starting point for a good deck that could turn into a competitive deck shortly thereafter. So my definition for budget decks, just for the record, are they consist of no more than 4 or less mythic and or rare cards, and in this one this is all commons and uncommons, so this should be relatively easy for a new player to Arena coming into the game to give it a shot and play with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deck. So this whole, again, the whole purpose behind this one, very similar to our previous one with the mono black life gain. This is mostly life gain. It's going to be triggering off of a lot more than we had access to in mono black. Mostly things like Ajani's Pridemates and things that like Ajani's Pridemates. So let's kind of get into this. A ton of this is just life gain. So we're going to start off with Theros of Life's Bounty. That is going to be a 1/1 enchantment creature with lifelink. Has the added benefit, if you pay 1 mana and sacrifice it, target creature you control or enchantment gains protection from a color of your choice. This is basically a get out of jail free card for your things like your Ajani's that are going to get really, really big. Keep 1 mana open, sacrifice them, and be able to give them protection. He's also got lifelink, by the way, just for the record. Healer Sock, again, one of the staples of any life gain deck. One of the staples of most white decks, to be perfectly honest with you. Fantastic little card, 1/1 flying lifelink. Of course, we're going to go back to our Vampire of the Dire Moon. I did say in my previous video this is one of the better 1-drops in the game because it's got Death Touch and lifelink. I stand by that statement. And we're going to go ahead and continue on with this. So where we're going to get into are your Ajani's Pridemates and cards that do a lot of things similar to Ajani's Pridemate. It is a 2/2 for 2, and whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Ajani's Pridemate. These things tend to get gigantic over time, and everything in this deck for the most part is designed around getting you life. So we also have 2 Impassioned Orators. These are okay. They're 2/2s, and whenever another creature comes into play, you gain a life. This is okay. This is a good, staple, but it's only creatures on your side. I was thinking when I was building this deck how cool it would be to build this in Historic, because Soul Warden would take the spot here, which is another common card. However, this is standard. We might want to do it. I might do an intro to Historic for those who are interested in playing Historic and start with a very similar deck build and swap out Soul Warden for this one. But this is a good placeholder in the meantime. We do want to be able to have answers to things that people put on the table, so it's not just all creatures and it's not all life gain. We want to be able to answer some of the big things that get in our way. Banishing Light is one of those things we can do. You can exile a non-land permanent and until it leaves the battlefield. So this is a good way to be able to say, hey, that enchantment, hey, that one huge creature I can't get past is kind of getting in my way, so let's get rid of it. Bloodthirsty Aerialist does the exact same thing that Ajani's Pridemate does, except it's flying and it's a 2/3 on the start. This deck has another name, by the way, which is 12 mates, because it's 12 creatures that all have exactly the same ability. Ajani's Pridemate, Bloodthirsty Aerialist, and another creature we're going to be coming up here in a moment. This one also has the added benefit of flying. Murder for murder's sake. Again, we were in the same vein of trying to get creatures or things out of the way. Banishing Light's in here. Murder's also here for the same reason. So sorry about the edit. I had some little pop-up for one of my tools that is on my for video editing decided wanted to pop up. So I'm going to go back into Gideon's company. Gideon's company is the 12th of the 12 Pridemates. It is a 3/3, has basically the same ability that Johnny's Pridemates do, except double. So every time you gain life, you put 2 tokens on it instead of 1. So these things get really ridiculous really fast. They are great late game finishers. It does also have this added additional ability for putting loyalty counters on a Gideon's Planeswalker you control. We're going to flex that muscle a little bit whenever we do the upgraded version, because we're going to put Gideon in here to be able to help add that added benefit. But in the meantime, it's still a good 3/3 creature for 4. It's going to be basically a 4/4 creature if you have Impassioned Orders in play and you have enough lifelink around to really get this really big really fast. one of the other super annoying cards in Pauper. I need to remember to build a deck built completely around this in Pauper because it is a common card. Ill-Gotten Inheritance for 4 mana as an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, it deals 1 damage to each of your opponents and you gain 1 life. So as you can tell, that is just going to continuously build up all of your Ajani Pridemates like creatures into the infinitum huge gigantic creature spells. It also has the added benefit if you want to spend 6 mana, you can sacrifice it and deal 4 damage to target opponent or creature. This is basically an easy way to end the game if you can't get through because you're draining enough life off them from Ill-Gotten Inheritance, spend 6 mana, and win the game just on that. Mana base is super simple, 9 plains, Mind Swamps, and because we are running dual colors, M20 did bring in a bunch of the common dual lands. You would obviously swap these out for more of the rare versions whenever you upgrade the deck, but this one has the added benefit. I don't know that I'd necessarily do it, because when these come into play, you gain a life, so it actually triggers all of your Ajani Pridemate-like abilities when it comes into play, so it might actually be worth just sticking around and keeping it in the deck. So, that is the deck. If you like the video, by all means, let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe while you're there. We are super close to our lifetime goal of 1,000 subscribers. I think my kids are preparing the cardboard play button as we speak, is from what I'm told. So yeah, if you do enjoy the content, and how else would you build your Budget Orzhov Lifegain deck, let me know in the comments down below. So let's go ahead and get some gameplay with this, shall we? I got lucky in my warm-ups, I'm not gonna lie. It happened to pick up on the fact that I was only playing commons and uncommons, and put me up against opponents that were running less superpowered decks. Let's see how that happens today. I often keep quoting, my son says, well, you should just record your warm-up games. The reason why I don't, and I don't know if it's my PC or something going on, the first game or two that I run in Arena runs super slow. It takes a little bit to play catch-up, but after that it's fine. It's really bizarre. I think we're going to keep this. So we're going to drop that, and we're going to drop the Life's Bounty. And we're going to say hello, like a gentleman. Hi, Ed. So we're going to drop that. Fabled Passage. Does make me wonder what we're running here. That's the interesting thing about dropping a Fabled Passage first. Black. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and gain that life. It would be amusing to get another life, to get another mana draw and just get Ill-Gotten Inheritance right away. Oh, we're playing control colors. I don't know how I feel about that. Haha. But we still need... Oh, where to go from here? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think we're going to hold off on attacks for now. We do need the other mana, although the Ill-Gotten Inheritance would be super funny to get down. Because I have a feeling this is a control deck. It's going to have a bunch of board wipes. A little concerned about where we're going here, actually. We shall see. Hyatt is definitely taking his time. Devourer of Memory. Interesting. So this looks like a self-mill deck. That should be interesting. So we're going to go ahead and drop this. Do I want to get rid of that? Top part of your library into your graveyard. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of... Oh, it's so super tempting to be able to keep that on the board, but I think I'm going to let this... drop this off. And he can sacrifice it if he chooses to. Interesting choice. That's fine. We shall wait. We will have creatures bigger than it is in a moment. Because my sneaking suspicion he's going to come in here and hit me with whatever this thing is. Whoa. Whoa, yeah, he is definitely going off a self-mill thing. I'm going to bet you there's a Jason there somewhere. Because the whole idea that one of the other added benefits to having a protection from a color is you can assure that it can't be blocked. Which is super amusing. And we're going to hold. I feel like we're a turn behind. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's what he's holding back on. The Vantress Gargoyle. Cool card. Can't attack unless there's a number of cards into his graveyard, but it certainly can't do much of anything else either. So we're going to go ahead and drop the Ill-Gotten Inheritance. And we are going to hold firm. Next turn we'll be able to get Ajani's Pridemate down and murder. Teferi, who didn't see that coming?
Stand by and watch. No more games.
Sure.
Don't worry, I got this.
So he's tapped down now. That gives me an ample opportunity to get the Devour Memory or the Vantress Gargoyle out. I think I might go for the Vantress Gargoyle because I like the idea of going over the... he's going to pay the mana. Never mind. Never mind. No, you can have that. So, what do we do in this situation? I think we still go Ill-Gotten Inheritance just because it's amusing. Would love to be able to do something about that Teferi earlier, but... Sure.
That's more like it.
He's just going to keep looking at that. He wants to get rid of it somehow. Interesting. Because he sees where this is going. He's going to put a Narset down. Okay. Okay. I think I am going to go ahead and block this one time. Or not, apparently, because I guess I missed my phase. That's fine. Perfect. So now we can do both. So we're going to cast our Ajani's Pridemate. Which he's going to counter if he's got a counter sitting there. And then we'll get the Ill-Gotten Inheritance down. That's the one he chose to counter. Interesting. So that means he has an answer somewhere.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Yeah, we can't let Teferi sit down any longer sitting back there. That is going to be a problem. Does he have Menace? Is that the reason why I can't block him? Oh, he can't be blocked. That's a problem. So, let's go with ye old Ajani's Pridemate first. Which he's going to let happen. I do want to prevent him from bouncing something back. Let's see what he does. And then we're going to go ahead and kill his super block. Because now he doesn't... I mean, don't get me wrong. This being larger is concerning. Oh my god. Isn't that interesting? Okay. That's interesting that he would have wasted a turn on making a creature hexproof and unblockable. Because what he wants to do is he wants to sacrifice this to make this unblockable to get through. And I'm going to sacrifice that to say, no sir. And we're going to make that blue. So he actually burned Teferi to get that off the board. And now whenever... Oh, it's okay, I'm still blocked.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
It's okay, because he still can't swing in. Another Devourer Memory. This is an interesting deck. I'm going to... Like, how much of this is all uncommons? With the exception of the Gargoyles, that's a problem. Yeah, the unblockable of that is getting super annoying. And we'll go Gideon's Company along with Ajani's Pridemates. So let's go. I gotta hold this back. Let's see if he's willing to lose it. Interesting. That's bizarre to me. Like, he spent the time to keep it alive to then that's what it's going to block with.
I've got it.
Because while this card's cool... Oh my god. Again, how do I get these control decks against all of my silly decks? Alright, so that's going to do it for us, because we are going to lose this game against blue, black, white control with all of the Teferis in the world, apparently. So we're just going to go ahead and skip past that. So much for my string of luck in the early days of getting paired up against like-minded decks. I do think that that's the one thing of the pairing system. Unfortunately, because... Unfortunate, I say that as a relative term. I've put a lot of time into arenas. So I get high enough rank that I'm sitting in the platinum ranks right now in standard, which isn't super high. There's two way more above me, and there's a long way to go for there. But that basically puts me on a list of, hey, you're used to playing super crazy decks. What I wish there was a super fun casual league that said, you know, if your deck consists of no more than 4 rares, this is a format for you to play. It's only a wish and a hope that I would love for them to do at some point in time. Absolutely. Ah, I meant to do planes. I pushed the wrong button. That's okay. We shall learn our lesson. Because my plan was to do the planes and then the barons, but... Ooh, Vampire of the Dire Moon. I like where you're going, good sir. This does make me think we are under a similar ilk, though. Black-green. Maybe not super powerful. Rabid Bite? No, I'd like to keep that. Thank you very much. We'll protect that from green. Oh, look at that. We are of a similar ilk. Now, he has a bunch of Death Touch creatures that I'm not going to touch with a 10-foot pole, but... Very nice. Band Together? Nobody runs that card. That's amazing. That's a good card. Nobody runs Band Together. Nobody. I've never seen anyone run that card. That is awesome. His entire deck is Death Touch. Sure. Okay. So this should be fun. His entire deck is built around Death Touch. That's cool. The problem is that they always tend to be on low casting cost creatures, and since I have life gain, I'm just going to outgain him. Like, what's he going to do? Like, he attacks all. He's not going to do that. Yeah, nope. He is gaining the ones, so we are kind of keeping a balance here. Double Ill-Gotten Inheritance would be hysterical, though. And so it shall be. He doesn't have reach, does he? Nope. Aha, Vivian.
Would you like to see what's left of Skull?
Gain vigilance and reach, you say, huh? That's a mistake. Yeah, that's a mistake.
Starting over is the only way.
And we shall murder your face. We're gonna do the damage here, here, and here.
I'm a survivor.
Leyline Prowler, again, his entire deck is built solely around Death Touch.
I've seen squirrels hit harder for the fallen.
So right now, nothing is like, obviously, I'm not going in for the attack. There's nothing in there. Like, I've got enough life gain here that I'm not really that worried about his cards coming in. The 2 lifelink is a little annoying, I'm not going to lie. And he's just going to give up. He sees the frailty of his deck. Like, okay, yeah, I could gain 1-2 here, but he's just going to keep... I'm going to ping him to death with ill-gotten inheritance. So that was more akin. That was not a super powerful deck. It wasn't... See, that's more what we were hoping for. Especially if you're just starting out in Arena, you're not... Hopefully. Don't quote me on that, because you still might. 9 times out of 10, you're going to get decks that are of similar build and your similar skill level. So if you're playing in the Bronze Leagues and you just started and you're just starting with the opening decks, most likely you're going to be playing against someone who's got a very similar deck. Like I said, mine kind of stuck with the fact that I have been doing this for a while. And, yeah. There we go. That was almost a 2-minute wait. That's actually kind of crazy. I think Spicy Chickens. I love the name. Okay, cool hand if I had just 1 black mana. It is some of... Oh, really, Arena? We're just going to go the other way now. And then we're going to go no mana. So we're just going to go ahead and quit that one. When you mulligan down to 5 cards, you've basically given up the game. Because even at that, I had 1 land. Like, what the heck? Everyone's telling me, oh, I can play a 13-land game. And no. No. I don't know how, like, that happens to me more often than I'd like to admit, where I get the, hey, you're going to get 2 mana, but they're not going to be any ones you can use. Then we're going to do it again, except we're going to go the other way, and then you're going to get one with 1 mana. Good luck. Anyone that tells me that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know how the mana shuffler is supposed to work, but I'm running 22 land. Like, there should be more than enough ample opportunity to catch both, considering they're in equal quantities. Like, what are the odds? And I'm probably going to have to wait another 2 minutes for the next game. Or not. 30 seconds. That wasn't so bad. I am not sure I can justify saying the name. Cool. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We're a turn slower than I'd like, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. As soon as our opponent decides what he's doing. I love the sleeves. Look at that. Since we've got nothing else to do but play with his sleeves while we're waiting. We just got our normal arena ones. I'm not sure what he's waiting on. There we go. We shall say hello. So we're going to drop this and drop Impassioned Orator. Because we really want to capitalize on all the life gain that's going to be coming in from this deck. Are we playing the same guy we did last time? That was running the main, like, the all Death Touch deck? That'd be kind of interesting if we went through that again. So we're going to do this. Watch this little trick, kids. We're going to drop the Ajani's Pridemate. And then we're going to watch the Scorching Plains and gain the life. That's how you're supposed to use that card in this deck. And then we've got so much more coming after that. Ooh, no, this deck's a little bit more serious than ours. Which means we need to get on him early. And this is an easy way to do it. Dropping 3 creatures all at the same time. And doing 9 damage on that one. There we go. We're saving that 1 mana open in case he does some type of board wipe. We can keep the Ajani's Pridemate on the board. But unless something interesting happens here, Massacre Girl. So I'd like to be able to keep... We're going to go Protection from Black. And nothing. So that's his Massacre Girl, is his basically his board wipe. And the upset is our Ajani's is already bigger than his Massacre Girl. Let's give him Thought Erasure and Hydroid Crisis. Yeah, we want to do that. Because the board wipe is not what we want. That's what he's going to take. That gives us a turn before he wipes the board and destroys our enchantment and all the other fun stuff we've got going on here. So, we're going to go ahead and do... Let's see what happens after he attacks first. Because before it goes, I can at least do some damage. Because I assume he's going to Casualties of War this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure is. And we got nothing to do. Massacre Girl killed us. We were in such a good spot before Massacre Girl came out. So he's going to go ahead and cast his big 6/6. He's going to gain life. Again, we're going to get all these super powerful decks to play against our wimpy little common and uncommon decks. Come on. How? How is this a fair pairing? And we'll Banishing Light that. Cool that you got it. Gross Spiral. Yeah, this is a gigantic control deck. Unfortunately, I think we are definitely on the downside. Up until Massacre Girl, man, are we doing well. I still don't understand how I still don't understand how... Well, I guess if it's not target, I guess it still kind of works out. It was going to die anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm still thinking about that process where I made Cavalier of Thorns. Okay. Okay. And I think we're going to lose. So we can go here. That's already got reach. So, and he's going to drop that. And that's going to be the game. So, unfortunately, we got super powerful decks. Maybe you'll have better luck whenever you're pairing them against those other ones, but I think we've had enough fun with this one. There are ways to make this deck better. That will be one of the first videos I have coming out next week. The catch, of course, we're going to have, by that point in time, Ikoria is going to come out. I'm going to be opening a bunch of packs of Ikoria, so maybe we'll probably see the next graded updated one after the video, after the pack opening, just to kind of finish out the trilogy, so that you're finish out the two decks, so you have a good idea where we're going, and then we'll start building decks in Ikoria, and that should be interesting. I'm still kind of curious to see if they have the mechanics programmed in, but that's just me. So anyway, do hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, always helps out the channel, and until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.